I got my last one here. Washington governor signs controversial student rights bill into law. A new law established students' rights in school is now in effect following Governor Bob Ferguson's signature. The legislation, House Bill 1296, has sparked debate with opponents, arguing it undermines parental rights established by voters-backed initiative last year, Initiative 2081. The top priority of our schools should be to ensure a safe learning environment with every student has a chance to thrive, Ferguson said during the bill signing ceremony Tuesday morning. Proponents of the bill says it guarantees students' rights to safety, privacy. Proponents of the bill says it guarantees students rights to safety and privacy, allowing them to share sensitive information such as gender identity or sexual orientation without the fear of being outed to their families. The young people in our schools deserve a place where they can be seen and acknowledged in their full selves and experience a full curriculum. The bill sponsor, State Representative Monica Gerardo Stonier of Vancouver, said. However, opponents arguing the law compromises parents' rights to be informed about their children's activities in school. Last year, a vote-backed initiative established a Parents' Bill of Rights, defining parents' rights to access information like medical and academic records. Critics of the new law claim HB 1296 removes some of those rights by restricting parental's notification regarding counseling and healthcare information. So I remember you had an issue with this when they did it in California.
Mm-hmm.
You know what
Absolutely.
I'm saying? And I saw this, I had a different story, but I wanted to cover this one because I think it's very important for us to understand what school is for. You go to school to learn, not for a fashion show. I can understand some kids are abused. Report that to authorities. If something's going on with your children and the school's not telling me, the school's going to have hell to pay.
I mean, absolutely. I mean, it should. I mean, it's been an ongoing issue with these type of laws right here, where schools are overstepping their bounds. You know what I mean? Parents should have, to me, as a parent, I'm going to have to deal with my child not only when she's in your classroom for that 1 year or his classroom for that 1 year, but for the rest of their lives. You're being trying to be someone who's good, but you have no idea of the totality of the situation. You don't know their family life. You don't know anything about these kids, really. You think you do because a kid tells you. A kid says something. Not saying kids should not be listened to, which they should, but kids tell you a version of a story. And that's strange. I mean, yes, you want to hear what they have to say, but at the same time, this is a child. It's a parent's responsibility to guide that child to where they're going, because when they turn 18, you don't even care about them no more. Who's going to have to still deal with that kid?
The parents.
Their parent.
And the family, if they want to deal with them. You know, in the schools, they're overstepping their bounds. Like I said, bro, they're school, you're supposed to be there to learn. You're not supposed to there to be exploring your identity or your sexual orientation or any of that stuff. That's for college, when you're out and about, I guess. You know what I'm saying? But when you're high school, middle school, elementary school, I mean, maybe even high school. You know what I'm saying? It's middle school, I guess you're going through your changes and stuff.
Yeah.
But the parents need to know. Once you take the parents away, see, that's what I'm saying. Once you start taking the parents out of the equation and you're letting children make their own decisions, then they're making decisions.
They're not children at that point in time.
Yeah, they're changing their lives. And then by the time 6 years later, they're like, whoa, that was crazy. I was a kid. Why were you letting me make these decisions?
Yeah, schools are crazy with this, right? It just doesn't make any sense. I understand that we can sit back and say school is for just learning, but it's a part of your life. It's a major part of a child's life. School is like what shapes children at your young age. And it also shapes you for a while after you get out of school, until you can kind of become who you're supposed to be. And you have to start learning who you truly are, you know? And so to act like we can remove any type of feelings or any kind of life from school, that's like saying you can remove it from work. Because you can't. It is what it is. These kids they're growing. These are their peers. They're exposed to way more than we ever were. So at the end of the day, this is not me advocating for ever taking the parents out of any situation. They should be told immediately. You shouldn't hide nothing from parents at all. You know what I mean? Unless it's to the detriment of the child, the parents doing something to the child, and someone needs to be informed about it. But other than that, no. You tell that parent, because you know what you're going to tell them? Oh, your kid's acting out. You're going to be quick to call them about that.
Call me on that really quick.
Your kid got in a fight. Oh, your kid's getting suspended. Come pick him up. You want to call me about all those things? Well, tell me what's leading up to it before it gets there. You know, because it could be something I may not know. Because you know what most people are doing? Working. They're working. They're having to take care of their family, working their ass off so they can make sure that your taxes are being paid so that you can be a teacher at those schools. So have the courtesy of understanding a parent is a parent. I'm sure if it were your household, you want the same exact courtesy. And we need to stop passing laws that are taking away the rights of parents. I disagree with those laws totally. I would not vote for anyone who does things of that nature. If you're about that, I'm not voting for you. this is what you're about. If you want to be about putting these type of laws first, I'm going to have a really hard time casting a ballot for you.
Yes. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, this is Uncommon Courtesy. See you next time.